Welcome to the Golden Square Podcast with your hosts, Linda Scott and Sharilyn Fisher. Are you ready? Because we're starting now.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. I missed you today.
Okay, girl. Listen, we have a great show today,
I know.
but we need to talk about last weekend.
Oh, what can we say? There's no words to really describe what went on last weekend.
Girl, we got to find. Okay, hey, we don't need to say not one word. Let's just show a couple of pictures and videos, and then we'll talk about it as soon as everybody come on. So thank you all for joining Sharilyn and I tonight on the Golden Square Podcast. Y'all don't want to miss it, but watch these pictures.
Watch.
Maybe not. So whenever the producers get the pictures going, we had a phenomenal weekend with the fiercely silver, gray girl.
What's the name of the group? The flawlessly silver.
Yeah, what I said.
Silver.
I don't know what I said because that's the excitement of going through everything. It was so great. And Sharilyn, I'm in I bet you I'm in at least 300-400. Okay, here's some of the pictures.
There they are.
Yes. That's us getting ready to go out and meet the rest of the ladies.
One of those events, I don't know which one.
That's at the brunch. When everybody is getting ready to go. We had approximately, say, 50-60 women that came into Houston from all over the country. All 50 states, I think, was almost represented. Mississippi, Florida, of course, Texas, California, Alabama, Georgia, Vegas. Yes. So we had them all coming
Atlanta
in.
Showed out.
Oh my God. So our host in Houston was Sarah. And if I say she did a great job,
Villery.
Right. They did a fantastic job. They I don't know what else to say. It was just so great.
All of the venues were so close to one another. So
that right. We were still in that same circle. Same circle. So
from the north to the east to the south to the west.
Exactly. Look at that. We was at we showed, girl, listen, they showed out at the quad. And I had never been in the quad. And when I say we had a great time in there, those were some beautiful sisters. Them cowboy hats and boots, girl. I ain't never seen some of those boots before. I was like, okay, then y'all come on through. It was great. So I can't wait. And listen, anybody with silver hair and y'all want to join the group because our next stop is in September.
Yep.
Headed to Los Angeles, and I can't wait. I'm super excited.
There was so much hype about the Houston trip that now on the website and on the Facebook, everyone's saying, when are we going to Houston? I'm going to Houston. I want to go to Houston. So it's going to be bigger and better in LA.
Exactly. Oh my God, did you see Joe? And that woman danced the whole entire weekend. I got tired. The whole weekend. Look at her. The whole everything. She danced the whole weekend. She was amazing. I love it. And I say that this baby right here, she blessed my heart. Because she was like, she said one day she was gonna meet me and look at me in the same building with her. Did not know. Girl, I'm so grateful to God. I am. So y'all come on in. And again, we thank y'all for joining us tonight. But we'll go ahead and get ready. Good evening, Coretta. How are you? That's Tanya. Okay. Oh yeah, Tanya said this was a weekend for the books.
Flawlessly Silver, and she was on the show last week. And Tanya, I just want to tell you, we had a good time.
A great time. That was a weekend for the books, girl. You shut it down. You shut it down. I am so grateful and thankful that you allowed your organization to come to Houston. And it wasn't just that we came out and we partied hard. She came with a purpose. And when I say she had a box full of socks, I mean, the ladies came, participated. So there was not just sipping and sipping. It was sipping with purpose. They partied
purpose.
With a great purpose. So the socks went to the homeless, and Sarah took them over, and it was amazing. So I don't know what we need to bring to LA, because it's not just a bunch of women getting together, but it's the women getting together with a purpose. So thank you so much, Tanya. Thank you so much,
Tanya.
What's the baby, Sarah, and to your sisters. Y'all did a phenomenal job. So they had gift bags. They had everything. Everything was just beautiful. LA, we coming. We coming.
So if you have one strand of silver hair or two strands of silver hair, you're more than welcome to come on and join, because we have a good time. It's about empowering one another.
Women,
I know so much about these women that I had never, ever met. And it's a friendship. It's a sisterhood. So come on and join us. Come on and join us.
And that was the best definition of a sisterhood, because we all had a phenomenal time. The best sisterhood I've ever. And I don't care who on here, that was the best sisterhood that I've ever attended. So, and we thank you too, sweetie. We thank you
Tanya.
So much.
We love you too.
Yes.
Oh, Tanya said, I
need one strand of gray hair. So, if our producer would bring on our guest for tonight, Michelle Gordon. Hey, girl.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. So, Michelle, I know you have a word to give to our audience. So, if you would just take this moment and just introduce yourself to our viewers.
Okay, well, my name is Michelle Gordon. Soon to be a part of your Silver Club. As far as my hair growing back, I'm like, whoa. I'll be able to sign up with you guys. I am a cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with advanced stage 4 clear cell ovarian cancer last September, and I am in recovery right now. So I'm a proud survivor. So I'm here tonight to talk about, awareness and, discuss some things that I went through since last year.
Okay. So there's a little more to Michelle other than just her being surviving. She's surviving a whole lot. First of all, Michelle, I have to tell everybody how we met. Almost 16 years ago. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, the first time that I met Michelle, she's absolutely gorgeous, as you all can see.
Thank you.
And I can't remember. We were outside somewhere in Miami, and we was at a brunch.
We were at we
was at the brunch, and they were like, "Oh, Michelle, you should be a model." I said, "Well, I'm really crazy when people say you should be a model. I look crazy." So, and I said to her, "So, what's your talent?" She said, "I can sing." I said, "Okay, let me hear you." And when she opened her mouth, y'all, I said, "Okay, I'm done. Is she a singer or is she a model? Which one is it?"
She's a singing model.
What? Oh my God. She was absolutely the voice. It made it sound so easy. I was like, oh my God, say something else. It was amazing. And can I say,
because Jamira said, yeah.
Yes. So yes, she not only sang, but when I said with the proper training, the girl killed the runway. She actually came. Thank you, but she actually came Angel Meyer's signature model. Everything that Angel had, Angel had her in it. The makeup, she was everything. She was everything. So when we learned that of your illness, I was like, no, that That can't be true. That can't be true. What was yes you can sing, 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 sing.
Sing.
Okay. Sing,
Alicia
sing.
Coke said yes. Don't
Yes.
tell her
Oh,
they said
Alicia
don't play with
Cole,
her.
she was a model as
Now
well.
she said don't play with her. So I was saddened because I hate that C word, but I know God and I know who you serve as well. So, what were some of your signs, Michelle, that made you go say, okay, doc, something's not right?
It started with, well, first of all, I had endometriosis. It's a disorder where the tissue similar to the lining of the uterus grows on the outside of the uterus. So it makes
Mm,
everything very complicated, and it causes really excruciating pain. So I've always dealt with pain. So that was one of the things that kind of made me brush it off when I felt the pain, because I knew to take painkillers and just, kind of, lay down or something until it goes away, because I always had pain here and there, like whether my cycle was on or not, um,
mm-hmm.
since I was 10.
Hmm.
So it was one of those things where I felt like, oh, it was just endo. I brushed everything off as endo. It's just, oh,
Okay.
it's just endo if I had pain. So, I would have pain in my pelvic area, and it made me um, kind of, I was alarmed when it kept happening a bit more often than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I went to the doctor, and I found out that I had, a cyst and some fibroids. So I had those removed in July, right?
Okay.
So
Mhm.
in the midst of me recovering from that surgery, one day a friend of mine and her mom was visiting, and I kept feeling like really, really bad pains, and it was kind of a bit more. It was heightened. It was a bit more heightened than the usual pain.
Yes.
I was like, I didn't ignore it this time. I was like, you know what? Can you please take me to the ER? So they took me to the ER. So long story short, that's where I found out that I had cancer. They told me there, and they did an emergency surgery that afternoon,
Wow.
actually, and I found out that I had this a large tumor, which he couldn't get out that in that surgery. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they opened me up and they couldn't get it out. Every time he went to try to get it out, it would bleed. So he told me, the next day he explained the surgery. He said
Mm-hmm.
if he had continued to try to get it out, I would have bled to death. So I'm just
Wow.
thankful that he stopped it there. Um, I can never talk about this without getting choked up,
And God.
because
It's
I'm just
okay. It's okay.
that
It's okay.
God blocked it, and he decided to, okay, so we're gonna go another route. So they
Mm-hmm.
sewed me back up, and so the next day, when the doctor came, we started to discuss treatment. So he decided to um, go the chemo route, and he said that chemo should shrink it, and after it gets to a place where, he can take it out, then we'll go ahead and take it out. So everything was, on the up and up, since
Right.
then. And it did go as planned. I did have 10 rounds of chemo, and it did shrink to where he was able to take it out. So
Mm-hmm.
I had a hysterectomy as well, because, of course, endometriosis is what caused the cancer, and it feeds off of estrogen. And your estrogen is developed in your ovaries and everything like that.
Right.
So they had to take all of that out so that I wouldn't have a reoccurrence. Which I found out that you can still produce estrogen in your body, um, without having those organs. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a pill right now that I just started that will lower the chances of, well, it will lower the estrogen growth. So
Right.
just another preventative measure. So that's basically what happened in a nutshell. So
So how are you feeling? Because let me just say, yeah, the words that you said, God blocked it. Girl, those were three powerful words.
yes,
And to know the God that you serve, I want to cry with you. And I am so glad that he blocked it and you trust and believed in him enough to say, okay, God, I'm in your hands. And that's you and everybody praying around you. Um, Michelle, I don't even know where to go because me as to you guys, Mom, Miss Linda, I was torn. I was torn. I'm still torn because for one, being a mother and one of your children are sick, it's like, okay, so what's the next flight? Let me get to Miami just to be in the presence. Can I hold her hand? Can I just hug her? You know, all of those things went through my head. And then I had to stop and say, you can't because you don't know what I'm going to be bringing to her, eh, to keep her sick. So I'm like, okay, God, all I can do is pray. Please heal her body. I just need her to sing some more. I'm glad 1,000% that you're better. And the prayers continue. So y'all keep praying,
Yes.
and we'll keep going along with what God has for you. How are you readjusting your life?
It's been a challenge. Um, it's been a challenge. Right now, I'm still, home in recovery. I haven't started working again yet. Um, some days I'm very weak. Some days I have energy. So, for the most part, the adjustment, I think this part of it is harder than actually going through it because when I was going through the sickness and like thinking about, okay, I think on my mind I always had, okay, surgery. Like I have to be okay for surgery. I have to be okay. I had a very positive outlook and I had something to look forward to and healing and healing and healing and healing. And so now it's like I'm on the other side of surgery. I deal with more mental um I don't know, mental anguish, I guess you would say. Like it's more of a mental thing now. Um,
Yeah,
so keeping up with that is like you kind of try to find yourself again. Just
right.
to be completely honest, I'm not gonna act like it's a walk in the park. So this part of it is difficult as well. Um, just trying to stay up.
Stay up.
Yeah.
We're always talking about, or when we talk about health situation, I always reflect back to myself because I know mentally the fear for me will just kill me. It would just, I'm done. I'm done because I don't have that power to.
But you never know what you can. You never know until you get in it. Because I've always been a person. All my friends will tell you I'm scary. I'm I'm fearful in a lot of ways. Well, I used to be, and you would think that when they told me the diagnosis, when they gave it to me, that I would just straight like spaz out, but I didn't. I don't know how, but strength came from somewhere where
Well,
I
you
just
already said it. It was
yeah.
a
Well, it was
two-letter
God.
word.
Yeah, it was
It was
Yeah,
God.
God. It was
It was
God.
definitely
yes,
God.
yes.
So you say that now, but you never know until you're faced with something how strong you can be. Because
Michelle, I gotta stop you on that one.
Mhm.
That girl right there, she wants to go to the doctor by herself.
What you said?
Every time she go to the doctor, she said, sure, we'll go to the doctor with me. But
You never
it's
went to the
it's
place?
it's funny how she says how scary she is and how she wouldn't be able to do it. But I'm a cancer survivor also.
oh
And
wow.
Linda went through that with me step by step by step. But I mean, in the trenches, right there with me. But when it comes to herself, she is a scary cat. She has white coat syndrome.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I am. I'm
I,
bad. I'm
I
bad.
get it.
I was just.
She step into the doctor's office and her high blood pressure goes
Oh
down.
wow. My mom is like that. Definitely.
Yeah,
She's like that.
Michelle. So that's when. But I could be there for you though. I could be there for
Right,
you.
right.
I could be there for everybody but myself. I
Hmm.
can't. I don't know how to handle me being sick, possibly because now I have to worry about you and Sharilyn and Dion and this one and that one. It's just in me. I don't know what to do. And then Sharilyn say, when they take my blood pressure, they got to do it 3 times and pray they get the same number.
That's how my mom is when she goes to the doctor.
Jed
But
Jones
for
says,
me,
thank you. You're still here with us.
yes, I
Thank you,
thank
Jed.
God too.
For
I thank God
sure.
too. But I didn't go through it by myself. I feel like if I didn't have the support that I had, I probably wouldn't be here. I have a real
Friends.
my support system
Yes.
is I
Amazing,
can't
I'm
even say
sure.
enough about them. Um, and they still have my back.
Okay,
I
so in order for them, Michelle, to have your back, what did you have for them? You get what you give. And
Right.
you have always been that girl to give. Whenever you were seen, is what you do now. Is that smile.
Alicia
Alicia
Coates
Coach
said, we
said,
love you.
"We love you, Michelle."
I love you
Michelle,
too.
I think your whole support system is on the show tonight.
And
Because
Ramona
you
said,
are getting
"Praise
so many,
God."
you're getting so many responses, so many great
Yeah.
responses. So I think your whole support team is on the show tonight. And I thank each and every one of you for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
So it's something that why do you think, or have you stopped and thought about, God, why are you taking me through this? What is my purpose from this?
I definitely asked that question. I did. And I told him, I was like, okay, so whatever you want me to do, I was like, it's like kind of like your back is against the wall. Like, okay, you got me. You got me. You got my attention.
I
Whatever you have
surrender.
for me to do,
That's that
I will do
surrendering
it.
stance.
So I know this is not for, it's not for, I'm not going through this for nothing,
For
should I say.
nothing,
You know
exactly.
what I mean? And what he has for me, I'm definitely going to, I'm going to do it, so
Yeah.
I know there people automatically probably think, it's just singing, but I believe it's more than that,
Yes.
that I'm here to do. So, I'm just here for the ride, whatever he has
For the
for me to
ride.
do.
They say, come on in here. Come on. Yes. And you
Yes.
are strong. So, girl, we'll be all night just reading what the love they poured into you.
Yes, and I've
Yes.
been doing that
And
from day
she said,
one.
tell her again, she gives. Yes. And so, see that's it right there, Sharilyn. We
Right.
done. Here's the whole. That's it. But
Your whole support group is right here with you tonight.
Yes,
everybody, you got to give love to get love, and you just can't walk around and say, oh, "Okay, Michelle, I love you." There has to be some action with that love,
I've
because
had
that's
people
what love
to
is.
take off. My sister took FMLA to come take care of me. My niece came down to stay with me. My 2 best friends, they took off work to come. Everybody took turns to come and spend like quality time. Like, no, I'm not
Yes,
talking about 2 days. I'm talking
yes.
about weeks, to
Mhm.
stay with me, to take care of me. And I mean, in the hospital, a nephew, like, it's I've been poured into. I've really been poured into. I've had real support, and not to mention people praying. Like, that was very important. People praying, and if it wasn't for your prayers, I wouldn't be here. I'm really trying to keep it together. Really trying to keep it together.
Sharon McKay says God is always here with you.
Yes.
And listen, Miss Sharon text inbox me, and she was so crazy. She was like, Miss Linda. I was like, what? You heard about Michelle? Oh my God. She was really crazy. So you touch everybody
So
that
many
you came in
people.
contact with, Michelle. Okay, Sharilyn, read that book. But
Denise says there is ministry on the back of this for you, sis. All that we go through is not just for us, but it is to be used as a testimony for God.
to
Yes.
betterment, to
But yeah.
betterment, to betterment, and
Yes.
encourage. You got. She said
Jamila says
she's
that you're
weeping.
reaping. You're reaping what you sowed.
That's it, baby. You are truly amazing. And the reason that I wanted to have you here so that you can tell the story, so that you can help the next female, because we don't hear what our bodies are telling us sometimes. And I'm one of those. I'm one of those that, oh, okay, well, my foot hurt. Okay, let me just sit down for a minute, take my heels off. Okay, but why is your foot hurting?
Right.
So you as a young lady have to give that testimony of the goodness of God, because you were up at one time, and then to say he's going to bring me down. Why God? Because we ask that question, and people always say, well, you don't question God. But if you don't question God, who will
How
give you
you
the
gonna
answer?
know? Because he's the only one that has the answer.
The only one. I never understood that. Don't tell me that one. Now I could ask him a question. He's gonna give me the answer. I might not want the answer, but he's gonna give me the answer.
It might
So,
not be the one you want to hear, but he will answer you.
Exactly.
But you know, Michelle, there is no testimony without a test.
Exactly.
We can't walk around talking about the goodness of God if we don't know the goodness of God.
Right.
If you don't have a relationship with him, if you don't know where he's touched you and where he's brought you from, then there is no testimony. There is no testimony without a test.
Right.
And you pass with flying colors, my dear.
Yes.
And I can tell that you're still passing because everybody on the show tonight has nothing but good things to say about you.
Exactly.
And your spirit.
Yes. It's okay, girl. Don't hold them tears in. It's okay. This is real. That's what it
don't
is.
Hold them in.
Sharilyn and I. It's real. We're not here to downgrade. We're here to pick it up. We're upgrading everybody. So your tears. Oh, I almost cried myself. Your tears is just temporary.
I've been wiping back a few myself over here.
Yeah, it's temporary. So, in knowing your body, because I'm sure after everything that you've gone through, if anything gets out of whack, you say, oh, okay, something is not in order.
Something's not right.
Right. So, where do we go after you do your chemo and everything else that they're giving you, your pills? Do your life come back to you, or you sit and we gonna be pity and okay, I ain't gonna be able to make it?
Well, you can't sit in your pity, because that causes stress, and
That's
stress
it.
will bring that disease, back to you, or some other disease. Stress
Yes.
causes diseases, and it causes death ultimately. So I don't know. You have to think of it like this. You made it through the worst, so you have to just keep going. So even on my bad days, I have to pick myself up. And a lot of times I have to call on my friends. I have to call my sister. I have to call my niece or somebody, to talk me back into reality. Because a lot of times I don't, have it for myself, but I know where I can go and get that. So if you can't sit in pity, but there is help. You can call somebody when you're not strong enough yourself. So that's not an option. So sitting in pity is not the thing.
God put these people in your life for a reason. And sometimes we don't even know what the reason is until it's something like this. And then you know, that's why God put these people. I might not have needed them when they first came into my life, but down the line, then you realize this is why God put this person in my life. So
he already know.
We have to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Right back. Don't go nowhere. But listen, in the midst of, go ahead, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Hold all our thoughts.
Okay.
Fear will slow you down and not help you grow. But what do I know? I believe that your love is gold.
Yes.
Love those pictures, Michelle. I love it. I love it. You're so radiant. I mean, just beauty from the inside.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. I'm almost to go crazy. But
Miss Linda, I can't be a plus size model no more right now.
But listen. I would rather I don't care nothing about the plus, baby.
Be a healthy model.
That's all I want. And oh my God, a model. I just want my child. Lord, don't take her. That's all I'm gonna say is don't take her. Take her through it. Because I know on the other side, he has a message that you are now delivering to everyone who would listen. So to all my young ladies and Miss Linda and Miss Sharilyn, we got to do better with our bodies.
It's so true.
We have to do better. We have to take care of us because we cannot take care of anyone else if we're not together ourselves.
That's one of my mother's favorite sayings, and I to this day she's gone, but I remember her telling me, "You can't take care of nobody unless you take care of yourself." Because during that
Exactly.
time when I was sick, I wouldn't sit down. I was steady trying to take care of the kids, instead of trying to
Yeah.
work, instead of trying to do this. My mama set me down one day and said, "Cheryl, you can't take care of nobody unless you take care of yourself." But I really think she was saying that because she didn't want to raise my children.
But Michelle, so I'm just dying to hear you sing again. Don't make Miss Linda say Michelle sing just one little something, something.
Just something, just a little something, something.
Just a little something, Michelle. Just let me heart be happy.
Okay, if I could do it without crying.
That's okay. Come on, sugar.
Um, I don't know about tomorrow. I just live from day to day. I don't borrow from its sunshine, for skies may turn to gray, and I don't worry about my sunshine. For I know what Jesus said, and today He walks beside me, for He knows what lies ahead.
Girl,
I can't really sing right now because it's like it's
girl,
hard to
it's
come out.
okay. Girl, listen, it came out. They say sing, Michelle. What love? Yes. Oh my God. Okay, so wait a minute. Let me let me get some stuff out the way, out the corners of my eyes and candle. That's y'all. Just imagine my baby 100. Just imagine she's 100 and y'all just heard a little something something. See, when you say it's in the songs, there's a message every song that you would sing for
Yes,
him.
yes, yes.
You're telling what he's done for you and what he's going to do for you and what he's going to do for us. I am so honored.
And Michelle, you sing with such conviction. I know
Yes.
you had tears in your eyes and
And
in
the
your voice,
voice.
but you
Yes.
sing with such conviction, like you really believe that you
Yes.
really own what the words that's coming out of your mouth. God
Yes.
bless you, baby. God bless you.
Thank you.
Totally. I am I love you. I don't even know where to go with this.
Love you too,
And
Miss Linda.
Cheryl and I never have a interview. We only have
This
conversations.
conversation.
And I'm just really lost for words. I
So,
truly
so,
am.
so, Michelle, let me ask you this question right quick. So, tell ladies who what should they be looking for? What signs should they be looking for when they see something different in their body? Because a lot of people, a lot of women see the changes, but they don't know how to express it to the doctor. They don't,
Right.
are they ashamed or they embarrassed? So tell our viewers what they should be looking for.
Well, for me, it was always pain. So for somebody who doesn't experience pain on a regular basis like I did, if you feel pain out of nowhere and you just don't know, why that's happening, definitely go to the doctor. Isn't don't pass it off as gas. Don't pass it off as, you know, it's just my cycle. Like if it's, if you're cramping more than usual, or it's, sharp pains. I experience like sharp pains. For me, I never was a person who had like a big stomach,
Mm-hmm.
so I was, probably about a good 200 pounds, but I didn't have like a belly. But I was starting to develop like, a belly.
On
And
the
I was like,
pouch,
what's going
yeah.
on? Yeah. Like, but
Mm-hmm.
then again, I brushed it off as, oh, well, I'm getting older. I'm 45. At the time I was 44. I was like, well, I'm getting older. So I thought, well, my body's changing. It's like we give excuses for the
Mm-hmm.
changes that we feel in our body. So try not to do that. Try not to give excuses. If something feels wrong, it looks wrong, it smells wrong, it's wrong.
It's
You know?
wrong, yeah.
So like it's not gonna hurt you to go to the doctor to ask questions. It's not gonna hurt you to look some things up as well. I know sometimes we go down a rabbit hole when we look things up on the internet, but sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it does help. Um, it'll help your case when you go to the doctor, to give him some information. But if you start to feel anything that's not normal, don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. And sometimes, it is just gas. Sometimes it's
Mm-hmm.
just, okay, I'm cramping really bad. But I've had that situation since I was 10. I remember
Wow.
I got my cycle at 10 and I would miss school. I had no
Wow.
more perfect attendance. Every month, I was in fourth grade, every month going to fifth.
Wow.
Um, I would miss school,
Wow.
and it's been since then, but people didn't know about endometriosis, so nobody was there to give me that diagnosis. I was diagnosed at 29, which was
Wow.
already in its late stage. So at 29, the doctor told me he's never seen, in all his 23 years of being a doctor, he's never seen a case so bad, which wasn't
Wow.
encouraging for me. But at
Right.
29 is when I was diagnosed with endometriosis, which it's only diagnosed through medical diagnosis. So you have to get like a laparoscopy. Or did I say that wrong? A laparoscopy or
Girl,
laparoscopy?
Sharilyn, did she say that wrong? Because I know she ain't asking me to what?
Me either, but we understand.
Well, we
Yeah.
understand, yeah,
So
exactly.
they
It's
go
so
in.
funny how we blame everything on getting older.
I was
Yeah.
gonna comment on that, Linda. She made me say,
Yes,
I was
it's
44. I was getting older.
getting older. I'm like 44, getting older. I was just getting right, So,
That's how I
but,
saw it. I was like, what's going on? Changes
oh,
in your body. Because, they say, every decade you have changes. So I just
yes,
kind of chalked it up as that's what was going on. So,
yeah.
I
That's
am
when we don't follow our minds, as you just said. We diagnose our own stuff.
Dr.
We ain't been
Google.
nobody medical school. We don't even have one day of a degree, and we say, "Oh, okay, it's gas," and people who have gas, Sharilyn Fisher, people who have
Tell my
gas,
business, Linda.
um, they think that they're having a heart attack. And the only reason I said that was because I experienced that with her. And she was like, "Oh, Linda, I think I'm having a heart attack." Why are you calling me? Call 911. Even
mm,
though I'm running across the street all at the same time. I we can't diagnose that. But that was a good idea. Yeah, call somebody, say, "Hey, this is what I think I'm feeling," and da da da. So we just have to answer to our calling when those pains hit us. And
yes.
we have to go get someone who has a degree to be able to almost tell us or tell us this is what's going on with our bodies. And it's okay to not be afraid or not to be ashamed. Mine was to be ashamed because, for one, I was an athlete growing up. I drink plenty of milk. See, milk was always my friend. So I'm thinking, well, my body, my bones are strong. Yeah, I'm getting older, but when things happen to me, I'm supposed to go to the doctor, but I'm the man. I'm the man. My mannish come out. I don't want to go to the doctor. So we have to at the same experience with mine.
Alicia
Okay.
Cope says she had the same experience when her appendix ruptured. I thought I
Wow.
had just bad cramps, but thank God I went to the hospital.
Yeah.
You know, I am a firm believer, and I really, really believe this because this is what saved my life. Early detection is the
Connection.
cure.
Yes. Yes.
Don't wait until, oh, I'm gonna wait and see if this passed, or I got this pain and I'm gonna wait until tomorrow, Linda Scott, to see if it passed. Get up and go and see about yourself, because
Yes.
early detection will literally save your life.
Life. Yes.
Yes. Yes. But it's that fear. It's that
Right,
fear that we
right.
have, that something is wrong.
Right.
And knowing that something is wrong, but what is wrong? Can they fix it?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, they can, but I'm scared to get in there for them to tell me whatever it is, because the fear is what kills you.
Right.
That right there is what kills you. Is I am afraid.
Sitting at home afraid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I am so honored, so glad that you went a step further and said, "Hey, now something else ain't going. Y'all take me to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
This pain I have not experienced, or this pain I didn't have one too many of.
Yeah.
Let me go see what's going on."
I can just imagine, like, if I hadn't gone, like, what could have happened, you know? If
Right.
I had just,
Yes,
took some Tylenol or ibuprofen and try to go to sleep, and, I probably wouldn't have been here. And I have
right.
another situation where, as far as like listening to your body, years back, I think I was like around 35. Um, Before then, like, so I would have, speaking of gas, you made me think of it. I would have these pains in my rib cage. Every
Mhm,
time my cycle came on, I would feel like it felt like gas, but it felt like,
mhm,
sometimes you do get, gas in your shoulder blade or your
mhm.
rib
Right.
cage,
Right.
and you just need some ginger ale or something
Ginger,
like that to belt it off. So I would get these pains in my rib cage, and I noticed after a while that it will only come around the time of my cycle, and I couldn't yawn, I couldn't sneeze or cough, because every time I did stuff like that, it made it hurt even worse.
wow,
Hmm.
And eventually my lung collapsed.
wow.
Oh,
Now,
Michelle.
hindsight is 2020. I didn't put two and two together until after the fact. The doctors couldn't tell me why I was having these pains in my rib cage, because it's something that you really can't detect. You can't
Mhm,
really figure out what it is. But after I had gotten, out of the hospital, I was home recovering from surgery.
mhm.
Um, I was thinking, I was like, I wonder if it was endometriosis. So I did some research on my own.
Right.
And the thing with endo, it doesn't have anywhere to go, because the tissue, it grows outside of the uterus, and it's kind of like left to just go elsewhere in your body, and they kind of
Mhm,
the tissue attaches itself to your organs. So
mhm.
it doesn't matter what organ it is, it just attaches itself to the organs on the inside, because it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Right.
So um that's what happened to me. So I did some research, and I found out that this can actually happen, because I asked the doctor this is another thing, ladies. Know for yourself. You have to be an advocate for yourself.
Yes, you
Before
do.
I went back to work, I
Mhm.
had to see the pulmonologist, and I asked him, has he ever heard of a case such as mine? I explained to him what happened, and he looked at me like I had two heads. Like, he looked at me like,
Uh-uh.
what are
Share,
you talking about?
hold that thought. One quick second. We got to take a final commercial break, and we'll be right back. Y'all come back. She got something for you. Hey, this your girl Linda Scott. I am here to introduce you to Linda S. Jury 1426. Now, some of you know me, some of you don't. But if you don't know me, get to know me. Check out and scan the QR code below. Look at the inventory. I made this. God created. I put it together. See you soon. Okay, thank y'all for coming back. So go ahead and continue, Shell.
So I asked the pulmonologist, had he heard of anyone having um, their lung collapse because of endometriosis, and he was like, no. And so I was like, had to be like, you sure? I was. we were having a conversation and he really was passing it off as, ma'am, you really don't know what you're talking about. So anyway, my appointment was over. He cleared me to go back to work and everything. And by the way, they called it a spontaneous pneumothorax, meaning they didn't have a reason why my lung collapsed. So at the time when it collapsed, I didn't know. So this is me at home doing research. It just dropped in my spirit, like, I wonder if it was endo. So this made me, research. So anyway, I was at the desk, well, in line. It was probably like 2 or 3 people in front of me. I was waiting to pay my co-payment and everything. And I saw the doctor come out of the office, and he was looking around. And I don't know why I automatically thought he was looking for me. It was just weird. But he was looking for me. So our eyes met. And he was like, hey. And he came over to me, and we kind of met in the middle. And he was like, he had gotten a call from a patient of his who happened to be a gynecologist, and he asked them what I asked him. And he said that can definitely happen, and it happens all the time. And so there you have it. So that's why I was saying, it's okay to look up stuff and research for yourself and have this information when you go and talk to the doctor, because that could save your life as well. So of course, my lung collapsed, but at the same time, at least now I know what the cause was. So endometriosis is it's I hate that disease. It's sickening, so it causes a lot of trouble. It causes a lot of heartache and pain on the inside. But so I just said that to say, just be aware for yourself. Be aware of your body and be an advocate for yourself.
Well, we had a guest on, and she was talking about lupus. And she did exactly what you did. She researched for herself. She diagnosed herself. She had the questions that she needed to ask her doctor in reference to how she was feeling. So all of those things that you're sitting telling us right now, we got to be able to, first we have to be able to express or explain that feeling that we have in our toe. What kind of feeling is it? And I know they say, oh, from 1 to 10, what kind of pain you in? But if it's a 1, still ask me, what kind of pain is that 1?
Right.
So we have to be able to go a little bit further than what they are giving us. And I am so the person to tell you that that's what we need to do. And the person that is scared is, I don't know what to even try to go through that. But I am so I don't know. I don't know what word, but Michelle, thank you for feeding us what he has brought you through.
But Linda, you know how you say when that pain is a 1?
Yes.
If that pain is a 1 every day for a long period of time, that's when you need to be an advocate for yourself. Because you go and tell a doctor, oh, the pain is a 1, they're going to brush you off. No, I'm not leaving out your office until you tell me why I'm having this pain, although it's just a 1, why am I having it every day?
Doesn't make
Something is wrong if you're having a pain every day, even if it is a 1.
Right.
So you have to be an advocate.
You do. You really do. Because that doesn't make it less important, because it's not normal to have that 1.
Right. So let's get this taken care of before it becomes a 10.
Exactly.
Because like I said, early detection is the best. Cassandra Pearson says, absolutely, amen, you're doing well. Honestly, as Black women, we have to get on these doctors. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yes. But we got to get on. We got to get on ourselves first.
Mm-hmm. You got to get to the doctor.
We got to get on ourselves, and then we got to get to the doctor, and have these things ready for him. And as Sharilyn says all the time, it's okay to take somebody with you, because one, I didn't hear nothing he said, but your toe need to be cut off. Where did he say that at? So, and that's the fear. It all falls back for me. It's the fear.
It's the fear
of going in without someone, and I didn't hear what he said, or you didn't hear what he said, or if you heard it, I didn't understand what was said.
Right.
So it's okay that we have that second or third
Oh
ear.
yes.
Right.
I
Yeah,
had somebody with me every time I had a follow-up appointment. Every time I
girl.
had to do chemo, you get your blood taken, then you go see the doctor. So he gives you a follow-up on the last time you came. I had to have somebody with me every time because when they repeat back to me what was said, I was like, oh my God, he said that. When did he say that? I don't hear anything because you're so preoccupied with what's going on,
In your body.
inside. So,
Yeah,
whether you're fearful or whether you're just nervous, or it's like you can't hear everything. So it is
Right.
exactly.
it is good to have somebody with you,
It
and that's why it's good to have good friends and relatives, around you. Even if it's one person that you can depend on to come with you to the doctor, it's okay to take somebody to the doctor with you.
And that's
When
what
I
we should be doing. We should be taking
should be
someone to the doctor with us.
when I go
That
to the
that's
doctor
what
with
we have
Linda,
to.
when the doctor comes in to give his report and say whatever he's gonna say, the first thing I do is wait just 1 minute, doctor. And I call her sister Rissy. And I put Rissy on speakerphone. So whatever it is got to say, because Linda and I are so close that I might miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or you can
So I
record it
have
on your
somebody
phone
else on the
and
phone
listen to
so
it
they
later.
can hear what's going on.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can
I always
record it.
tell the story that Sharilyn went with me to the doctor the first time, but she let me go to the doctor the second time by myself. I heard nothing but cancer. And I said, you never told me that. And he was looking at me like I'm crazy. Told you what? Because I heard cancer. And I left out of his office crying. I
Crying
don't
in
go
fear.
back to him. I got in the car. I called Sharilyn. You let me go to the doctor. And he said that I had cancer. When he said that, she said, what are you talking about?
that man is saying nothing about no cancer.
Oh my
Because
God.
the third time she went, now I'm scared. So I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with her. And I said, well, my friend has cancer. Where did you get that from?
Thank
So
God.
yeah, it takes somebody to the doctor. We have to have someone with us at all
Have a
times. I
partner.
know we are all strong and that's what we're claiming, but we need that person.
We
I
do,
know
we
back
do.
in the day, Tom Joyner had that take a friend to the doctor, take your man to the doctor. And at that time, I did not realize what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
But now today, as Michelle said, we're getting older. We have to take somebody with us so that they can also be our ears. And I could look at Michelle and go, Michelle, you don't feel well today. What's going on? So that person also is our eyes. Sharilyn, what you saying?
Cassandra said, I went to the hospital 4 times. They kept saying it's nothing. I lost 65 pounds and I was in so much pain. My body just stopped feeling. I blacked out and stopped breathing. A doctor at Oak Bend said it was pancreatitis, and the doctor was not looking at my levels. I was dying. He saved my life. I used to work with him years ago and seen my chart. Oh, wow. Oh,
Wow.
wow, Cassandra.
Wow.
Well, I'm glad you're doing better,
I
Cassandra.
am so
So
glad
glad.
you're doing better,
Thank God you're doing
Sandra.
better.
Oh my, see that, Michelle, you're bringing these people out.
Yeah.
And the women need to know this is how we doing. And it's not just you. There's other experience that we need to compile. You
And
know,
Michelle,
we need
when you speak out, it gives other women the
other
courage to
women.
speak out. Oh,
Exactly.
Michelle can do it. And, Michelle can give her testimony, then I can give mine. And,
Right.
that's what we need. We need more testimonies out there. Sandra
Absolutely.
Pearson says, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we so appreciate you, Michelle, and all that you are going through for the man. It ain't for Michelle. It's
It
for
ain't
the
for
man
me.
because
For
you're drawing
God.
the other people into God to let them know that He is real.
Because Michelle, um, something my brother told me one time ago that he had got sick and whatever. And he told me, he said, I'd rather be going through this with God than without him.
Oh.
Exactly.
So,
Oh
yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
absolutely. Yeah.
I would
Exactly.
be gone if I didn't have the Lord
Exactly.
on my side.
Right,
I
right.
would be gone.
Because
And I know
you wouldn't have the faith to fight.
no
No,
You
at
wouldn't
not
have,
at
all.
all.
yeah, you
Not
wouldn't
at
have
all.
the
All.
faith to fight.
I will be
Not
gone.
at all.
I wouldn't have anything to live for,
Yes.
I'll be gone.
Yes. Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry right there. Jesus. Okay, so I'm not gonna cry no more tonight. But
Michelle, she's a big crybaby.
I
I am
really
too.
am.
I am too. I'm really fighting it.
I am. But it's real when it's coming from you. When those tears
Right.
joy. It's something that I could give back to someone. I am helping somebody say, okay, I am going to the doctor tomorrow because I had similar pains to what Miss Michelle is going through.
Right.
So you're not just here conversing with us. You are here to help someone else.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so Michelle, before we go, y'all, and it's almost that time, but Michelle has a t-shirt. What's the name of your t-shirt? What's on it?
So it says, I'm already blessed. I mean, Lord, that might be my
You
next.
are.
I'm
You are
already
blessed.
healed.
Okay.
That's your next slogan for your second
Right,
t-shirt.
right.
Yes.
I'm already healed. So that's one thing I said the entire time. While I was sick, and I'm still saying it, I'm already healed. Um, so I just decided to do a T-shirt with that saying on there. So um, I'm selling the T-shirts and the hats with "I'm already healed" on there. So even if you're not dealing with a physical ailment, it may be something mental that you need to be healed from. Because we
Yes.
all have something mental and physically that we need to be healed from at some point in our
Exactly.
lives. So I think this shirt will, be good for anybody, and they are all unisex, so men
Mm-hmm.
and women can wear it. And you can find the link on my Instagram page and my Facebook page to order the T-shirts and the hats.
How much are the t-shirts? How much are the hats?
18. Oh my gosh, I forgot how much the hats were. I think the hats
Whatever
are
they are,
20
we
and the
get
T-shirts
them.
are 18, but they're very
Okay.
inexpensive.
Okay. All right. So, um, what is your next step?
Well, my next step is I'm just embracing right now and trying to figure out, what I'm gonna do next. So I'm still in that realm of trying to figure that out.
Uh-huh.
I feel myself going more into the creative realm. I'm starting with these shirts that may turn into something else artistically. I do have a company that I've already started during COVID called Revamp Couture, where I revamp clothing, mainly jackets and stuff like that. I'm very artsy fartsy, so I love doing stuff like that. And definitely, will be writing some music and collaborating with some people, um, because this healing journey has really caused me to open up more um,
Mm-hmm.
musically, and I know that it's time. I've been sitting on this too long as far as saying I'm going to work on something. So there should be an EP coming out, or maybe just a single first. I don't know, but definitely music. Definitely
Yes,
Good.
yes.
Good.
I can't
Good.
wait. I
I,
can't
I
wait to
can't
hear
even
it.
on that part. I'm excited. But see, God have a way of saying, Michelle, I told you to do this yesterday and you didn't do it. So now
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit you down so
Hmm.
Ugh,
that you can do what I want you to do.
I've definitely heard this. I've
Okay.
definitely heard this. Yes.
Renee Calloway says she is so proud of you.
Thank you, Renee.
Oh my God. So y'all, it's that time. We don't want to go because I know Michelle
Already?
has more. Yes,
Oh my.
it's that don't want to leave time. But Michelle, just know that you already know how much you are loved and appreciated. And y'all, just
Oh,
just
what
know that.
happened?
Just
What happened? What happened? Hello?
it's okay. I was just saying, just know that you're loved. Just know that you're appreciated. And anything that Sharilyn and I can do for you,
My whole
Just let us
we
know.
here. We
We're a
here.
phone
I
call
can't hear
away.
you.
That's you can't hear? She
I
can't
don't know
hear
what
us.
happened. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear us? Yes.
No, she can't hear us.
But I love you and thank you for having me. I know you
Oh,
can't
we
hear
heard
me,
that.
We heard
but
that.
I really appreciate being on this platform tonight. And I love you, and
We
I
love you too,
appreciate you so
Michelle.
much for having me to share tonight.
Thank you, everybody, for joining in with us tonight.
I
It's
don't know
time
why I
to
can't
go.
hear you.
This hour flew by tonight.
Yes, it did.
But
But
please go to our
listen,
YouTube channel,
yes.
like and subscribe, and we will see you next Thursday night.
No, next Thursday is the 4th of July, so we won't be
Oh,
here.
wow.
Yeah, that's the 4th.
Yeah, that's the 4th of July.
So
So we'll
y'all
see you the
look, y'all
following
come on,
Thursday
send us
at
those
7 p.m.
barbecues, those recipes. That's what we're gonna shoot up. We're gonna say put up the favorite recipe so we could. No, I can't say we because I can't cook.
Because
But
she can't
anyway,
cook.
yeah.
That's why I'm
So
looking at her with my mouth open like, so
we're gonna ask you for your favorite recipe for the 4th of July. So we love you. Thank you. As Sharilyn said, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you all real soon. All right.
Good
Thank you.
night.
Good night.